Right then, seeing as it has clicked on to 7:30, we shall begin. For those that don't know me, I'm Clare Holman. I work at British Rowing in the indoor rowing team, but I am also the person who fronts the workout videos that we do both on and off machine that we've done quite a lot in lockdown. I am here today to encourage you to get involved in the British Rowing Indoor Championships that's taking place on Saturday, the 4th of December. It's got all the standard brick events that we normally do. It is a virtual event, so anyone with a Concept 2 can take part, no excuses. You've got your 2K, 500, adaptive and para. We've got team relays back in. And for this year, we have an open 1-minute sprint event, might be what the session's based on today, and a GB relay. It's the Love Rowing Challenge. £10 from every entry goes to Love Rowing, and you get the chance to row with a GB rower. 3 of you, 1 of them, team of 4, 4x1K. It's going to be epic. That's the main event. To get you there, we have a training plan, and today's session is based on that plan. We are going to do, in total, 14 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off, but we have split it up. So there is a little bit of what I like to refer to as active recovery on the mat, otherwise known as core work, in between. We're going to start with a standard warm-up, and we're going to go from there. My standard warm-up is just 4 minutes, starting at rate 20. So we'll move lightly through the motions. We'll have a little moment to just get everything set up on the machine, and then we'll go into the session. Unless anyone has any questions, which you can't ask because you're all on mute, we can set ourselves up and begin. So get yourself into the machine, nice and comfortable. We're going to aim for a rate 20 to start, so just nice easy movement through, making sure you're sat on the seat properly and in the center. I'm just taking it nice and easy to start, no pressure whatsoever, just waking the body up for the morning. Use this as an opportunity to remind yourselves of the basics. Arms, body, legs on the recovery. Legs, body, arms on the drive. Sitting up nice and tall. Trying to activate your core because we're going to need it later. I'm just sitting nice and gently. Okay, 1 minute in. Let's put a little squeeze on the legs. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just feel like you're actively engaging your glutes, driving the foot plate away a little bit. That's it. Aiming for long strokes. Seeing as this is a warm-up, you might as well get a little bit warmer. I'm going to take the rating up to 22. Now, on the legs. So try and keep a slow recovery. Drive the legs away. Getting a little more heat in them. And next stroke, take it to 24. Go. Now we're moving quicker. Still strong in those legs. Steady on the recovery. Next stroke, take it back down to 20. Go. Try and keep the power on though. So let's change that ratio. Drive and recover. Drive and recover. That's sitting nice and strong. Next stroke, relax. Cool, that was a short, sharp warm up. I nearly said easy there, that's the cox in me coming back out, but I try my best not to for the indoor audience. Okay, just take a moment. If you want to grab a quick drink, mobilize a little, whatever you want to do. And then we're going to set the screen for 1 minute on, 1 minute off intervals. My screen will be set anyway, so if you don't set your screen, it's not a problem. Just follow along with me. So we're going to select a workout, new workout, intervals, time, and then joyously 1 minute is already set. So we just need to set our rest time of 1 minute. And then we shall get ourselves set back up. Let's get a quick squiz of water, press the tick. And we are on with the first bit of the workout. Okay, set yourselves up. This is technically free rate, but I would recommend consistency over like blasting and dying. So try to be as consistent from 1 rep to the last as you can, which means being conservative in your first rep while you're feeling fresh and ready to go. Try and equal it, or maybe a little squeeze in the last rep. We are doing 7 before a short break. Got it? Good to go. Let's tick our boxes. Handles up. Sit ready. Attention. Rope. 1 minute. Strong and steady. Working hard. Find a rhythm. Find a rate. Settle into it and just hold that drive. Keep it steady. Excellent. It's your call whether you want to just sit still or gently move through. Whatever gives you the best chance to get your heart rate down and your breath back. Now you've done the first. You know what's there. You know what it is. You know what it feels like. Have a little look at your screen. Find out your distance, your average split, whatever works for you, and try and hit exactly the same again. When we get to the end of this, you can all screenshot and share it with me. And then I can see just how consistent you really are. We're going to go from a dead start, no rolling start. So let's come up to the front again, watching our timers. Sit ready, attention, go. Round 2, same thing. Finding that rhythm from the word go, or rather the word row. You've got your target. Let's try and get there. Sitting strong, driving with those legs. Woo. This is one way to wake yourself up in the morning, that's for sure. Nice and easy. Make sure you sit tall. At this point, open your lungs out. Give them the best chance to inhale deeply. 2 down. Aiming for consistency again. Well done if you hit your target. If you're a little bit shy, it doesn't matter. There or somewhere in between is your new target to aim for. Right, then we're coming in. Round number 3. Just going to come up to the front. Sit strong in the back, engage the lats. Sit ready, attention, go. Fire off the start. Push that foot plate away. Find that rhythm. Settle into it. Drive and relax. Holding it through to the finish. Whew. So as I mentioned, British Indoor Championships this year, 1 minute sprint. You only have to do it once, not 7, not 14 times, just once. This, however, with the consistency from rep to rep, gives you a really good base. You know you can add a few meters or take off a second or 2 on your split if you're just doing it the once and you're warmed up properly. Makes you think. Right then, rep number 4. Big deep breath, coming up to the front. Sitting strong. Sit ready. Attention. Rope. Drive. Let's go long and strong in this one. Length on each stroke. Power. Push the legs the whole way, working from catch to finish. Start to end. That's it, sitting strong on the legs. Well done, folks. We're over halfway through the set now. Gotta love it. And for those of you that have turned up thinking, sprints is not my thing, then we do this anyway. The open sprint is there. Or we've got some slightly longer intervals next week. And all manner of distances in between. Or over the top of, actually. Plenty of longer steady state stuff. But the other beauty of this kind of training is it teaches you the ability to recover. And half the battle of fitness is your ability to recover quickly, do the same thing again. Speaking of which, next rep, shall we? Sitting forward, sit ready, attention, row. Number 5, incoming. Let's find that target, hit that pace, find that rhythm. We are settled, we are strong, and we are not going to give up till we hit 0 on those legs. Through to the finish. Those calls are as much telling me to keep going as they are you, trust me. Well done, folks. 5 down, 2 to go. That's satisfying. Just breathing nice and steady. Controlling the recovery. Like I said, feel free to sit still. No expectation to move. You can do whatever works for you. I'm always conscious of taking nice deep breaths on this because the microphone's right here. No one needs to hear how much I'm panting right now. We've got 13 seconds coming in for round number 6 or 7, the penultimate rep. This is key. In your head, stay strong, stay consistent, sit forward, sit ready, attention, row. Don't go crazy on this rep. Not yet. Finding the rhythm, feeling the squeeze. Final focus. Excellent. Just got one more. Can always fit one more in. There's always enough energy for one last push. That said, don't go crazy on this one because we do have 7 more later. Find the rhythm, stick to the rhythm. If you've got a little squeeze at the finish, beautiful. We can just nudge past our target, go that little bit further, but we know we've still got enough in the tank once the rest is finished to bring it home with 7 more. We've got about 10 seconds. So we're going to focus in, sit strong, and sit ready. attention, row, final interval in this set. Don't do anything you haven't already been doing. Find that length. Find that rhythm. And sit strong. Now's where you push it. Squeeze the finish. Whew. We made it. Halfway. Okay. Let's just have a little moment. Handles can come down. We're getting on the floor. And no, it's not just a lie down. We are now going for some active recovery. Honestly, it's my favorite phrase in fitness. It basically means working different body parts. So you're working while you're resting. Because no one likes to just lie down for a bit. It's not what we're here for. We have got 4 exercises, 30 seconds of each, 3 times through, which should make 6 minutes, plus change with the rollovers. Exercise number 1 is a mountain climber. Apologies for those that have sore wrists, I can give you an alternative. But the mountain climber is on your hands and on your toes in your plank position. You're going to tuck your pelvis under, like so, and then bring the knees underneath you, straight up. It's your call if you do it slow and controlled, or with a bounce. Makes a little difference. They work slightly differently, but it's still good work either way. If you cannot go on your wrists, you can do the exact movement on your back, extending one leg and then the other. We will then all be rolling over for exercise 2, bicycle crunches. So same deal with the legs, but the upper body comes in too. In this position, again, you want to push your whole back into the floor and hold it there. Exercise 3, just to work the whole body. Beautiful side plank. Bottom knee bent, also an alternative. And exercise 4 is on the other side. Don't you just love the fact that there's 2 halves to a body? Okay, I'm going to take my watch off so I can time it properly and see it. We're just going to roll straight through. So I'll call it in. As soon as you can catch up, I'll start timing. Deal? Deal. Right then, hands under shoulders, on our toes. In 3, 2, 1, we go. Mountain climbers. So again, it's your call. You can either go at a nice steady pace, or we can speed it up. It's 30 seconds. I want you to think about maintaining that pelvic tilt under and bringing your knee as high to your chest as you can get it. So you've got a nice low hips, knees moving underneath. Last 5. Relax. Going to roll onto our backs. Round 2, bicycle crunches. Lock the pelvis in. Let's go. Cycling, knee to opposite elbow. This one I think is worth doing with a little bit of control, just so you don't cheat with momentum. If it's too hard to kick the legs out, kick them up, but still try and go for a straight leg, so you get a little bit of quad activation as well. 10 seconds. And relax. Roll yourself onto one side. The other joy of core is having to get from one to the next is just as good an exercise as actually doing it. Ready, steady, lift. So either option, knees or toes, either way, make sure you're pushing through with your glute. So if I were to be on the ceiling looking down, it's one straight line. We don't want any kind of bending in the hip. We want to be straight out as possible. Then you want to think about lifting from this underneath side as high as you can, squeezing all down. And relax. Excellent. Roll it over to your other side. Same setup positions. Other arm underneath. Ready, steady, lift. And again, it's really important to focus on that nice straight line. Otherwise, we're not actually activating all of our abs in a straight position. We're just holding ourselves up there. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely getting my breath back, which is quite reassuring. Ready for the next set of intervals. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okie doke, round 2. Back on our hands, straight in. Hands under shoulders, on our toes, mountain climbers, let's go. Nice steady rhythm either way. Just remember, your core is your friend. 3, 2, 1, relax. Roll over. Onto our backs. Round 2 of cycling. Ready, go. So think about locking that lower back right into the floor. Try not to let it lift at all. Cycling nice and controlled. It should be when your legs out long that you struggle to hold you back in place. That just means you've got to work a bit harder. Relax. Roll onto one side. We're going to go up into side plank. Ready, steady, lift. So you can stack feet one on top of the other. You can have one foot in front of the other, but just be really conscious of where your hips go when you do it. Just holding up nice and straight. This is so we get a full body workout. So when we're doing mountain climbers, we've obviously got front and back working. Bicycle crunch, more front, less back. And this just hits the side. I love a little bit of balance. And relax. Let's roll it round. Other side. Ready, steady, lift. The other most important thing about core, by the way, when I'm not tired, I like to chat, is it's that connection. Your core is the main thing that connects the handle to the seat and your feet in rowing on the machine and in the water. So if we can get this nice and strong without having to think about it, we will automatically be improving our pickup of the water and our drive through, because there will be a constant connection from hands to feet. Or relax. One final round left. On our hands, mountain climbers. My third favorite exercise. Ready, steady, go. Still remembering to bring the knees underneath you, much as possible. Even if that means slowing it right down, so you can pull it all the way in, use your abs, and relax. The nice little lie down that we get on our backs. Lower back pushed in. Let's go for cycling. Keep it nice and controlled. If you desperately can't do the legs, you can just sit in 90 degrees and do a rotation. That way we're still getting that extra twist. It is your call. And I'm hoping all of this firing up our abs and our trunk and our core will mean our second load of sprints are better. Relax. Roll onto one side. Side plank. Ready, steady, lift. While you're up here, just have a little think. If I got engagement here, am I pulling my belly button to my spine, squeezing my glutes a little bit to make sure my hips are through? The more muscles that you actually think about switching on, the more muscles will actually be switched on. And relax. Final one. Other side. Ready, steady, lift. Need to find our game faces again. Need to remember our targets and get ready to work. And relax. Well done, folks. That was our little interlude. We are now jumping back on the row machines. The deal with this set is at the very least exactly the same as what we just did. Let's remember our target and let's find it again. For those that want a little extra, oh, I just did. For those that want a little extra challenge, you could go for a slight negative split on every single one, i.e. 1 meter further each time. Worst case, we just push the last one. So let's find you can go to the select to workout re-row if you set it, because you should be able to just set it again. Get ourselves strapped in. And then when we're ready, we will pick up our handles. Don't go crazy on this one. No matter how good you feel, it'll all be your core activating. Sit ready. Attention. Rope. Hit that target. Aim number one. Find the rhythm. Find the drive. Excellent. Hopefully that doesn't feel too bad. Nice little warm up into it again. So like I was saying, for this set, we either want to save a little bit for the last rep, we just want to nudge it on each time. One thing you can think about is your rating, your ratio as well. But if you think about driving and relaxing, so doing a big drive, take the recovery, if you can hit your target doing that, when you take the rating up, you will go over target because you will be driving that little bit harder to get the rating up. So have the rating as your secret weapon in your back pocket for the last couple of reps. When we're getting a bit tired, if you're struggling to get the drive, just take the rating up a pip or two and you'll find it. Focusing in for interval number 2. Sit forward. Sit ready. Attention. Row. For now, we want to sit on target or 1 or 2 meters further. It'll be point something of a second quicker, not any more than that. Make sure to sit up nice and tall. Sit strong in your core. You've just worked it, so it's ready to fire. Well done. Hopefully we're feeling a little bit of something in our core still. I certainly am. And it just shows you the argument behind a proper warm-up and some good activation of the muscles. It might feel like you're doing too much. We could have tired our core out completely then, but actually what we've done is kickstart it into gear, ready to really work for us. Number 3 coming in, 10 seconds. Going to sit forward, going to focus in, sit ready, attention, rope. Long strokes. Make sure you drive the whole way back. That's it, folks. Keep that focus. Whew. One more and we've reached the downhill slide. So I should say, if there's any of you who don't have a concept too, i.e. are rowing on something else, not just sitting and watching, or just fancy seeing how you're doing today, this session is also one of the challenges on the Brick League that we've got running. It is your total distance for 14 minutes. So it's the distance you cover in each of these sprints. You're welcome to log it in. There is a leaderboard. You can see how you're doing. Focusing in for round 4. Consistency, remember. Sit ready. Attention. Rope. Let's just keep doing what you're doing. Finding that drive. Squeezing those legs. Focus in. Yes, we've reached the 3/4 mark. 3 left. I also realized I've clearly got carried away. So we would do a really, really quick warm down at the end, but I trust you all know sensibly how to stretch and know what needs to be stretched. Nice deep breaths, heart rate down. Focusing in. Round 5. Sit ready. Attention. Row. Remember, rating is your friend. Don't rely on it, but you can use it. If we start to tire, we can hit our target. We're just going a little bit quicker through the motions. That's it. Driving through. We are almost there. We've made it. This is going to happen. I want to say we got this. You got this. Just remember, as with the first set of 7, now is not the time to go hell for leather. You've got to keep it controlled, discipline, and then smash the last one out. So take as much of this recovery as you need. Couple of nice deep breaths. Focusing in for the penultimate set. Rep even. Sit forward. Attention. Rope. You've got this. Just keep doing what you're doing. Strong. Driving away. Find that rhythm and hold it. You've got this, folks. Focus in. Don't let it drop. Squeeze on the legs. Whew. One left. So I don't know how much I use this in the other stuff I do. I don't know whether any of you have seen it, but for those that want to get to know me, my other phrase that I love in fitness, other than active recovery, is the last one's a fast one. This is the last one. You get what I'm saying, right? We got this. Start strong and build. Don't go balls out at the start because you will regret it. If you do, just hold on. Whatever your target is, now's the time to up it. Sitting forward, feeling ready. Last one, sit ready. Attention, rope, final work of the morning. Let's see what you got. Remember, rating is your friend if you can control it. Squeezing through. Focus in. Start to work. And now we go for the finish. Everything. Last push. 5. Well done, keep moving. Keep moving. We're going to slide straight into the cool down, seeing as I've already gone over time, sorry. Just going to use this minute to move through the motions. If you want to do any more, by all means you can. Otherwise, we'll get off. I'll stretch out. And if anyone has any questions, queries, feel free to ask away. Reminder that all the information about brick, for those that have been totally swayed to enter, all of you, right, is on the British Rowing website. Thanks so much for having me. And I'll be here again next week, doing something almost the same, but different. That's your minute. Well done.